Hi guys, good morning. Well, I've actually just been on the phone. Sorry, I've been trying to contact the KTM dealer in Bacolod across from Gesano's Mall. So we have actually sent a message, managed to send a message there to Bacolod, because the bike's broken down. It's a new bike. Right, let me show you. So the key's going in. So what's happened to the bike? Right, I came home last night. Bike was running fine. Started it up where it is now. Just got to the end of the path there, about 10 yards. So I got to the end of the path there, and the bike cut out. Then it kept cutting out. Then I managed to get it to the petrol station, and I put some petrol in it, which it's nearly a full tank. It's not far off a full tank. Got plenty of petrol in it. So we've just been on Messenger. Now we've tried to contact somebody on Facebook by finding the name on the receipt to the person who sold us the bike from Bacolod. We sent a message, and the message was, I sent the message, and the message was, "Hi sir, I bought a Yamaha XTZ 125 off you. It's a new bike. The bike starts, but it keeps cutting out when you rev it." And then I don't know if it were a girl or a guy that sent a message back saying, "I'll have to contact my superiors, my boss." And actually, I messaged them at KTM, but she said this line is for, I don't know, purchasers only, to buy bikes only. We aren't looking on my girlfriend's phone, I don't know. So I sent another message. I says, "Okay, thank you." I says, "Can you please tell me how can I get my bike back to Bacolod to the motorbike shop KTM Yamaha dealer so it can be fixed?" And she hasn't got back to us actually. So she sent us a few messages, but she hasn't gone back to us. So now I'm wondering, how can I get this bike back to Bacolod for it to get fixed? Sounds like the carburetor to me. So that's what it sounds like. Sounds like carb on this bike. So I've got to take it back to Bacolod. So I don't know if Bacolod KTM will send a truck out, a van out, and they can pick the bike up and then it gets fixed. Don't know how they do it here in the Philippines. Or I have to get a truck, take it through to Bacolod for them to fix the carb. Now I'm thinking it's the carburetor. I don't know if it's the tick over. I don't know if there's any dirt in the carburetor that's blocking the jet. I don't know if it's electrical, but I think it's the tick over. So we're going to start this bike in a minute. So it's a brand new bike. It's about 3 weeks old. And actually when I went to the mountains with it last week, it cut out. So I got to the top of the mountain and it cut out. So I thought, oh, that tick over. The tick over wants turning up. So I'm not sure if the tick over wants turning up. I'm not touching the bike because the bike's under warranty. So I'm not going to touch the bike. So I think it could be the tick over that wants turning up. Or it actually, to me, sounds like there's dirt in the carb. But it actually does rev. So I'm going to start the bike up in a moment. But it seems like it's a little bit difficult for anyone at KTM to answer you. You know, for us to get an answer back. So we have actually sent a message, and we sent a message about 11 o'clock, 10 past 11. It's knocking on 10 to 12ish. It's knocking on 12 o'clock now. So I'm going to start the bike up and let you listen to the bike. I've turned the petrol on, so there's plenty of petrol in the bike. So the bike's on. Down and up for reserve. Right. So let's start the bike. Let's have a look. So we'll start it. It's only just running basically 1,235 kilometres. So it's basically just running. Let's turn the bike on. So the bike's in neutral and we'll turn him on. Right, it's ticking over okay now. So I'm just going to let the bike tick over a little bit. So we'll let the bike tick over. So I'm hoping, you know, they have a delivery service. They can come and see it's cut out. Never cuts out, that bike never cuts out. So I'm hoping they've got a delivery service and they can come and pick the bike up. Or I'm going to have to pay for someone and take it to the shop and get the bike fixed. But I'm guessing it's something to do with the carb. Let me see. See, it cuts out. So now if I go here underneath, let me show you, which I never use the choke on this bike. Right, the chokes, I put the choke on. So the choke's on the bike. Let's start the bike with the choke on. She won't start with the choke on. Let's turn the bike off, choke off. Right, the choke's off. See if she'll start. She's ticking over. Now let's try the choke. See, with the choke on, she's revving. So she's revving with the choke on. Right, so we'll turn the choke off. That's the choke off. Right, I'm going to try and rev the bike with the choke. Let's have a look. Spluttering. She's cut back out. So she's actually spluttering. Let's have a look. If you touch them revs, let her tick over. So she'll tick over and then she'll cut out. She never cuts out, that bike. Never cuts out when she's ticking over. So I'll let her tick over for a little while. And then I'm going to try the throttle. But it's a brand new bike. But I have heard these bikes have got a problem. I've heard now. I didn't know. I've heard they've got a problem with the carb. Now whether that carb needs setting up, I don't know. Whether it needs setting up, whether it's the air mixture, whether there's dirt in the carburetor. Don't know, guys. But that's the carb, that's the air screw. Let's have a go, see if she'll... Oh, as soon as I touch throttle, she cuts out. So that's what she's done, she's cut back out. So that's it. She's cut out. So she's got to go back to the shop. Let's have another try. No, she keeps cutting out. So the bike's cutting out, so that's it. XTZ, Yamaha, brand new bike, 3 weeks old, and she's cutting out. And we're having a little bit of trouble trying to get in touch with the shop. They're at KTM. So, if I can't get in touch with the shop, I'm just going to throw it on the back of a van, pay for a van and take it to the shop. But I have heard, I don't know guys, I've heard you do have problems with the carb on this bike. Now whether it's the air mixture on the bike, you know, I don't know if it just needs turning up or down for that air, whether, you know, the bike's not breathing. What restricts this bike is the exhaust pipe. There's nothing wrong with the bike, nothing wrong with the engine. I'm saying it's that carb, but what restricts a bike is normally the airbox. The airbox will restrict it, the carburetor, the jet, size of the jet restrict it. But it should be restricted anyway. It's to save, it's for long life. So, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with the air filter. I'm thinking it's the carburetor, so I'm thinking it's that carb. It's the carburettor. So that's what I'm saying it is. It's either got muck in the carburettor, it's the air mixture, and the air mixture needs setting up. I don't think it's the air filter. So that's what normally restricts a bike. Your exhaust pipe, your air filter, your carburettor. So that's what normally restricts a bike. But the bike's breathing okay. You know, you have to get, it's that air mixture. I'm thinking it's the air mixture on the carb, but I'm not touching the bike, it's under warranty. So, please make a comment. Keeps cutting out, sounds like it's not getting petrol. But if you put the choke on and you start to rev it, it will actually just rev and rev and rev. So it sounds to me like, sounds to me like it's not getting enough petrol. But that's what it sounds like. It's cutting out, it's not getting enough petrol. But there's no kinks. There's no kinks. Can't see any kinks. So that's what it is. I've never touched the bike. So that's it, guys. Please make a comment. About 3-week-old brand new XTZ from KTM Bacolod near the Gisano. So that's it. We'll see if KTM's got back to me. I'll go and have a look on my phone and I'll see if KTM's got back to me. If they haven't, I'm going to have to try and get this bike to the shop. But please make a comment about that carb. So that's off. Like I said, it's got plenty of petrol in. It's nearly full. So what I'm guessing, I'll be guessing, air screw mixture, water in the petrol, dirt in the carb. Or it could be electrical, could be CDI, I don't know. Now a Yamaha mechanic will know straight away what's wrong with that bike. And I would say he'll take the carb off. So that's it, guys, take care, God bless. Please make a comment. Yamaha XTZ won't run, sounds like the carb.